Guys, unfortunate video I have to make about coreyxkenshin. My dearest friend that I've known for a while. Um, he's in some hot water, controversy, cancellation, whatever you want to say. He's in the hot boiling point on the internet right now. I'm not really knowing why, so I'm going to watch this video. But before I even do, I just gotta talk about the guy. Like, he's a great friend. Like, he helped me set up my setup. Like, I have my nice little setup here, and he gave me recommendation tips. He's just a good friend. I wouldn't see him doing any bad things. I don't know what happened yet, but like, I'm just saying, from how I know him, I don't think he does anything bad. I'm going to be using this guy's video today to help me not have to do any work to find the stuff. So thank you, Cam Nuggets, for already having some stuff together. And let me see what's going on
with YouTube. Either way, she ended up making a video right here. She posted this video 1 day ago. The first comment, again, 1 day ago. I don't like the way that TikTok lays out the dates because it's hard to see what time exactly this was posted, but it starts out like this.
I dated coreyxkenshin, and he hurt me really bad, but I'm not the only one.
Yeah, so she's like hyping up this big reveal of what coreyxkenshin did and how there are other people involved, and
And that point right there that he just said, hyping it up, that's mad weird. That the first way she goes out about it is by doing a trend. I don't like I get talking about some, but like, first hyping it up, being like, hey, bacon avocado, Corey hurt me and I'm now going to expose him in the next 5 videos I make. Like, that's just weird. Cause like, say if somebody did something bad to me, I would just make the video and post it and maybe talk about it. But at the same time, like, it's like personal information. I don't get why people feel like they gotta just go on the internet and be like, hey, this guy isn't really who you think he is. He really is a crazy guy. He took a sandwich from me yesterday and it kind of hurt my feelings. Like, nobody cares. But at the same time, this could be really bad. She just said he hurt me really bad, so it could be a severity of things right now. So let me keep watching. I need to stop talking.
It's going to be really bad, right? Obviously, this lady is a content creator herself. She looks to be a streamer of some sort. She's definitely not the following of coreyxkenshin. Mind you, this is coreyxkenshin.
Hold on. Take it back. Some that I use all the time. If the person who's exposing is losing viewers and then they do that, I think there's something sus. And it's not even, like, if their last 2 videos before that did good, I still think it's because of that first video, because I've had good Instagram videos go off. Sharkszys is my Instagram, and I've gotten a few meme videos that like perhaps will get like 3 mil, 2 mil, and like the videos that I posted around that time frame, day before, 2 days before, they'll also get views for whatever reason. It just kind of happens like that. That's on Instagram though, but I feel like if that one does good, the other ones behind it will do good just by like 2 days. So if like her videos are 2 days beforehand, they're good, and that one, I think it's her just trying to get some viewers, no? Like, if I'm falling off and I'm like, wait, this guy is one of the biggest YouTubers, I could just say he did something bad and then I'll get some followers and some likes. Who wouldn't do that? I mean, some people. I probably wouldn't do that, but like, it's just weird. Cause hold on, let me go back. Let me see.
She.
Okay, so she got. Wow, this is falling off right here. This is falling off. 4K, 5K, 6K, 10K. Okay, 11, and then falling off. She's not really getting the stuff.
Looks to be a streamer.
Wow, 2K views
of some sort.
Look at that, falling off. And then see that right there? That's what I'm talking about. One video does good, it populates the ones posted around that time. Because you can see
She's the content creator herself.
Look at that. 11K, 13K, and then it gets back to the normal views because it populates the ones that did good around it. So
This is coreyxkenshin.
I feel like
22.5.
I feel like she could have did this for some views, honestly.
Million
But
subscribers just on YouTube. Very
but again, I still don't really know what happened.
popular creator. I'm sure you've seen him somewhere, right? Either way, she ended up dropping this video afterwards. This one went more viral than the other one. The
truth about your favorite YouTuber. Sharing your story. This is part 1. I'm not doing a... What does that say?
About your favorite YouTuber. Sharing your story. This is part 1. I'm not
doing I'm not doing a story time. I'm sharing something. I'm sharing what I lived. If it feels heavy, it is because it was. Part 2 drops like... Oh yeah, just drop all the words of emotional abandonment. And but okay, here, mental abuse, manipulation, this is what every girl would love to say somebody did, other than rape. Not rape. Yeah, rape. Like, they'll literally just say somebody did rape to ruin someone's career, or they will just do this mess. And that's just me, though. Like, that could be like a weird way to think about it, but I feel like when people are trying to cancel somebody, they do the same stuff they saying. Like, love bombing, that's just like any... I don't get why that's like a video you gotta make about somebody. Like, I feel like everybody does love bombing. Like, not me though. Not me though. But I feel like everybody has gone through that before. That's not something like a grown adult should be worrying about. Like, heartbroken because someone love bombed them, and then gaslighting. Okay, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Illness related trauma. I don't really know what that means. So Oh, so he gave her PTSD. Interesting.
doing a story time. Hold on, let me move this. I'm sharing what I lived. If it feels heavy, it's because it was emotional, illness-related trauma. And now what we have here is essentially a slideshow.
Oh yeah, let me talk about that again. Bro, what does she mean part 2 drops later tonight? That's so weird. Like, it's like you're trying to get views. Like, let me get everybody on my story by starting it off with making a trend that is popular, so my video will get high up there because it is prominent with the dude's name that is popular. And then she makes a video, like a slideshow, talking about it, which is fine. But then in the description says, I'm gonna drop part 2. I don't know, that's just weird to me. Cause, hold on. I want to know how many pictures are in this slideshow. Because if it's 15, she's just trying to get viewers. Because if it's only 15 pictures, you can have 30. She could have just made it all one thing. I find that pretty weird if it's only 15 or some less than that. I find that weird.
Graphic details, but it's heavy. And now what we have here is essentially a slideshow of about 30 images or so, and I will just kind of click it and then read them.
Okay. I didn't want to do this, but I don't owe you my silence anymore. There's no clean way to start, just the familiar weight in my chest, while the world kept applauding someone who never showed up for me. I was never a part of your world publicly. You made sure I stayed close, just far enough to be invisible. Your followers eat up the whole man of faith image you push. But faith without basic decency isn't faith, it's branding. Okay. You talk about devotion, but act like hurting people in private doesn't count. That's not devotion, That's hypocrisy. Hypo- you fooled a lot of people, but not me. When I met you, I was at one of the lowest points in my life. I was still healing, and still trying to remember how to love myself after going so long without it. I had all this love and nowhere to put, and for a moment, your attention made me feel seen. Like maybe I wasn't invisible anymore. Even writing this now has me crying hard. I can barely breathe. I feel so bad. The okay, it's just not funny. The pain still lives in my body, like it just happened yesterday. I'm not writing this because I still care. I'm writing this so I can get attention. I'm writing this because I've carried this too much in silence. You ghosted me, not because you were confused, but to teach me a lesson. You made me feel like I had to shrink to even get a reply. Oh, just to earn a reply? Dang, bro. Wow. Every move was calculated, even if I couldn't see it back then. Anytime I tried to speak up, you twisted it into something wrong with me. And while I sat down, replaying every word, breaking myself apart, just trying to make sense of it, they were out here calling you a positive role model. They'll never know how many nights I cried in a pillow. I tried to convince myself it wasn't that bad, just so I wouldn't have to admit how deeply. It's just stupid. Like, what's all this for? Just say what you gotta say. Like, why are you putting period, 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 period? Broke me. Like, this is just so weird to me. You never showed up when it mattered. You only came around when it was convenient. When you wanted something, when it was easy. But when I needed care, support, the bare minimum, you vanished. Interesting. That was your punishment. Silence, distance, disappearing like affection was something I had to earn. Like loving you too loudly meant I needed to be put in my place. You treated my body, my heart, my time like they were things you could shelve and retrieve whenever it suited you. Like I only existed when you wanted to feel wanted. You made sure your absence cut deeper than your presence ever comforted. And the worst part? That kind of damage takes effort. So congratulations, coreyxkenshin. And then came the subtle jabs. You only once asked if I wanted to know how much you made. I said no, because I didn't care. I've never depended on anyone. I've worked hard my own life and made my own money. The Shogun. But still, you made me feel small for the job I had. Like I was a disappointment just for not living up to your standards. I never asked for your money, your platform, for your help. Any of it. I didn't want what you had. I just wanted to be treated like I mattered. Like a human being. But even that felt like too much for you. It probably bothered you that I wasn't impressed. That I didn't melt your image, your ego, your self importance. That I saw right through you and still gave you the chance to be real. But that version of you, the one who could actually care, he never. Bro, can I just say something real quick? Alright, you're crown. Okay, thank you. Bro, why is she... So, I'm thinking about how she made this slideshow, bro. She took a pastel image she probably found on the internet, on Google or something, and then proceeded to slap that on... Like, you have to duplicate a photo to do that. Am I wrong? Like, you can't just, like, take a picture and then use that same picture over and over and over. I'm pretty sure you have to duplicate that in your photo library and then proceed to put it on there, and then she typed out it in each one. Why not just put all of the words she put here without all the extra periods and like extraness and just put it on one picture? Like, that's all you need. And then like the song she's put in, I don't know if it's just me, bro. Like, I don't know if I'm being just like a D head, the kids will say this generation, but like, I just feel like she being fake, yo. Like, I don't know. I just feel like she being mad, not real, not like telling the truth. I feel like she lying. Like, maybe the love bomb part was true or something. Like, I hear people do that all the time. I've done that when I was a kid. Like, I'll take a very real story, but I'll add a lie to it to make sure it looks real. Because hey, you remember when that kid stole that? Yeah, I saw him stole it, but I didn't. Well, knowing that I stole it, it's just I took the truth but added a lie. It was stolen, but I stole it. So I feel like that's kind of what she's doing here. Like, she's taking like a normal relationship with normal like struggles and then just kind of adding stuff. You know, like I don't know, cause I be feeling like people do that. Cause I've heard people talk about me before, and they'll like blow things way out of proportion. Like I did something horrible when I know that I didn't. Like I might have did something bad. I could like account to that, but then they'll make it seem like it's so much worse, so people look at me as I'm like a bad person. I feel like what's she doing that? Let me continue reading. And then came your and I just peeped that. So she gon' say the F word fully fine there, but on this one she's gonna have a little the little star astrofix. I don't know what that's called. And then came one of your grand effing jester. Flowers, candy, a teddy bear, and a card. The first thing you ever bothered to give me. The last thing that felt remotely real. The card said, Nami. I don't care how to say her name. The way I feel about you is real. You are so wonderful. So gentle and kind. Not to mention sexy. Okay, that's pretty cool. I miss you. And hope this puts a big old smile on that pretty face. And I'm not gonna lie here. This is pretty crazy. Like, not crazy as in like cancel crazy or something. It's just kind of cringy per se. But that's like kind of one of them relationship cringy stuff. Like, it's cringy to people on the outside, but to both of y'all, it might be good. So I feel like this could have made her feel happy at that point, but for some reason she had to put the note here. Like, why did she have to show what the card said? She could have just said he gave him a card. She gave him a card. He gave him a. It felt like maybe someone finally was different. For a split second, I let it crack my armor. I let myself believe in you. Shame on you. When you called that name and poured out a heart to heart, said, I've made a lot of mistakes, but you were never one of them. I effing cried. Because even after everything, I still wanted to believe you were capable of being good to me. And then the next day, when someone told me they saw you in California with another girl, I already knew where you were going. You told me that part. So he cheated. Big deal. Whoop the woo. But you never said who you were going with, so I assumed it was your family. That's how it always was with you. I never really knew what you were doing. Just whatever pieces you decided to share. I don't feel like reading this no more. I'm gonna just have my little cursor. You see the cursor right here? The cursor is the mouse thing. I'm gonna have my cursor going on the words that I read so y'all can read with me. Interesting. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I do gotta read it to really understand. But you snapped at me. You said it was your sister. Got defense. Okay. Either coreyxkenshin is a D1 crazy dude, or she's lying. Nobody's snapping for no reason. Especially the same guy who has had a reputation for being one of the nicest dudes on the internet, and I know that was her whole point. But like, how do you have 22 million? Bro, there's people with 50K subscribers that can't even go without a controversy. Dude, he's at 22 million. No controversy except for this one. Or wasn't there like one other in the past, the booty looking one? But that, who cares about that? Every dude has looked at a butt. Big deal. Whoop de woo. Oh my god, he looked at a butt. Huh. Like, who cares? But like, I don't know. I just feel like he's a good dude. Like, why would all of a sudden throughout this whole relationship she comes out now to be like, oh my god, chicken avocado, he hurt me. Check out part 2 tonight. Give me my viewers. I don't know. I feel it's weird. Just keep going. But you snapped at me. You said it was your sister. Got defensive. I wasn't accusing you of that poop. Okay, I tried to censor that for myself, but I said it wrong. So my fault. But I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I wasn't accusing you of anything. I just wanted the truth. But your reaction said everything. Even if it really was your sister. Shogun. The guilt always slipped out before you could cover it. You always gave yourself away. And then you just ghosted me again. Do you know what kind of pattern does that to someone? It rewires your nervous system. Okay, no it doesn't. That's happened to me before. The only reason why mine's did is because I took some depression medicine. Video. It rewires your nervous system. It teaches you not to trust softness, not to believe kindness. It makes you believe that if someone feels good, it's probably a setup. That was the real you, not the sweet, funny persona you flashed on camera. Just a selfish, image obsessed coward who cared about more about looking good than being any freaking good. You couldn't even stay in the same room as your own consequences because accountability doesn't get likes right. I spent so long asking what was wrong with me, wondering how could I show up with my whole heart and still not be enough. Trying to be softer, quieter, easier to love. The truth is, I was never asking for too much. I just kept pouring into someone who never planned to give anything back. You knew how badly I wanted to be loved, so you breadcrumbled me just enough affection to keep me hoping. Then called me crazy for wanting more. And still, I gave you the benefit of the doubt every time. I let your excuses rewrite the truth, just so it would hurt a little less. I held your chaos like it was love, because that's all you ever offered. Shogun, I kept handing you chances. Kept trying to make sense of the hurt. Can't believe it. There was maybe some like good in you, as like some in you to like keep me staying. Shogun. That part's on me. I'm a freaking dummy, idiot, stupid. Guys, you see that? I called myself stupid. Can you guys leave 5 comments saying that no, I'm a beautiful girl? But everything after that, that's so you. I mean, maybe you wouldn't have to make a part 2 if you didn't have to like. And like, bro, like she's trying to alert to like go to the next video. Like, why are you doing that? Just do one picture or maybe a video. Maybe a video. Like maybe you couldn't fit all the words in there. You can make a video and put all the pictures you want. It could be a 10-minute video, even 5. It don't matter. Or make a PDF. Go on Twitter, or maybe plug in your Twitter on here. Could be like, guys, on x.com, I'm going to show a PDF of what happened. Like, maybe do that. So you ain't gotta make a part 2 for more views. Like, it's just weird. Let's see what this guy got to say.
So, we'll take a little break. That was a long one, right? That's something that could have been like on a Google Doc, right? We're used to reading those bad boys where people put like a 7,000 page Google Doc telling like everything with all the proof and screenshots and blah blah blah. So apparently this lady is a ex of coreyxkenshin, or at least she claims to be an ex. But the messages make it seem like she was more of like a fling, or more of like a friends with benefit type vibe going on, and Corey would just hit her up when he was bored, right? So while we're here, I'll just kind of give my thoughts on this. Seems like a pretty bad situation, obviously. Really sucks that this woman feels like she was taken advantage of and what.
And also, like, I know I was joking. Like, love bombing and all that, it do be kind of serious for the mental health of some weak-minded people. Because when you really do put your whole mind and body onto one person and then realize they might not fully just want you, it hurts. It hurts somebody. I went through it. 6th grade. But it still don't really matter now. Because like, I was a little jit. So like, being a grown adult, I don't know how that's different. It might do something else. Because maybe like you get a whole house with the person and then you realize they were love bombing. Because I know people deal with those situations. But I don't think it was any of that. I think they were still in 2 different houses. It was just that like he love bombed her or something. But I don't know, like, I'm not saying her feelings don't matter. Like, I really do, if she's not lying or just trying to get views, or if this genuinely hurt her really bad, I hope she feels better. But for now, I feel like it's just another person just trying to clout chase by putting bad word slander on a huge celebrity so everybody flocks to it, being like all the haters can come there and be like, oh, I knew coreyxkenshin was up to something. He was not that nice. So, I don't know. Let's see what he has to say again.
But I would hardly say that Corey is like a monster, right? He's not the best guy ever for this. It's definitely not putting him in a good light, especially since he is like a family-friendly, I'm a good guy persona on the internet. But if you were to like look him up on Twitter, you would think this guy like went out and like put somebody out, in cold blood, just right in the kisser, right? But he didn't do that, right? He didn't hurt this woman physically. He didn't, all.
Wait, and that's what I was trying to say. Like, she put in all this effort into like something that's just like basically like a normal relationship issue. Cause like, you could go out on the street right now, be like, hey bro, I love you, can you please be my girlfriend? And then say they love bomb you. You could basically say stuff right there. Like all them slides just saying stuff that happens in a normal relationship if it don't work out, or if the person's just not caring of somebody. Like they just wanted you because of your body, something like that. It's just kind of like on that. So let me keep going on this video.
He didn't take advantage of her that way. He was emotionally damaging to her, right? He used her in her words. So there we go. That's kind of the rundown. So I guess let's just get right into part 2 of this video. Now, she posted this one shortly after. It says the truth about your favorite YouTuber.
Why does she, and she put in the content warning again? Like, it's like she wants this to show up on the FYP. Like, this is not, cause, like, say if this was, like, her just genuinely trying to, like, say that he's a villain and the worst guy ever, why are you putting a content warning? You want it to get views and TikTok to not be like, hey, you can't talk about this. And then look at all the hashtags. Do you see all them hashtags? Do y'all see that? Look right here. Do y'all see that? Hold on. Look at this. Look at all them hashtags. Like, what are you doing all that for? It's like it's not like you're just trying to get views. Like that's genuinely how I feel. Like someone could say in the comments if like I'm being insensitive, not caring about like the women in this because I'm just thinking about coreyxkenshin. Like you can say that. Please say if I'm wrong. But like I don't know. I just feel like she really is just trying to get views because like she's making a 3-part slideshow with hashtags, trying to make sure it gets on the FYP. I don't think that's a real like trying to get help thing, you know? And like also I feel like if she really was going through it, why not just say this to a therapist? Why try to slander his name? I don't understand that. Just keep going. Oh.
Story behind words. This is part 2 of the letter. I'm working on part 3 now. Thank you to those who've been reading this with care. None of this has been easy to share. Content warning, non-graphic, and it's the stuff that I said last time. No graphic details, deeply personal. Read with care. Part 2, where it gets worse. And then came the Xbox messages. All right, go ahead and leave it now. No, I'm teasing. I'm teasing. This is important. This is serious, but that is funny. Xbox.
And that's what I tried to say, bro. Like it just seems so unserious too. Like I get she's going over like really like it could be really heavy pounder like things she's talking about, but at the same time like I don't know, this is weird. So like I'm reading it again. It's my video, bro. What you talking about? Well, I'll read all I want. But back to what wait, let me see if I can fix my webcam. It's not fully centered. It's not getting my shirt. The drip. Get my drip, man. Okay, we got the drip. Okay, so and then came the Xbox messages. And I'm not gonna be funny no more. I'm gonna just read it because this video is getting 33 minutes, which is low key crazy. But his video is 39 minutes. So to be fair, I'm running on the same schedule as him. But I'm at 33 minutes. So let me go. And then came the Xbox messages. It wasn't even what you said, it was how casually you said it. Like nothing you've done ever left a scar. Like you hadn't already shattered me once. My fault. Do I look good? um, like nothing you've done. Oh my god, bro, this grammar. You do done. Okay. I mean, I guess that means she was really crying while. Like, who is this dude? Who is this dude? Bro, like, I just felt every word. Yeah, you just a hater of Corey. Like, that's how I feel, bro. Chill on me. Like, he could genuinely be a Corey fan and then read this and then feel like, hey, I do feel bad for you. But, like, from me being the person just walking into this situation and giving my thoughts out, I feel like it's just like a person hating and then being like, oh, yay, we can finally torch him down with all the torches. Just start slamming him on the ground. Ugh, 22 million. Take that away from him. Unsubscribe now from him. That's how it feels to me. But I'll get back to the reading. Like you hadn't already shattered me once, and just got plain bored. Oh my god, I wasn't on here again. Oh my gosh, she showed the pictures. Okay, I'm reading real chat lot. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so what's up? You still seeing someone? Oh wait, okay. What should I do a voice for her? Yeah, I'll do a voice for her. Okay, so what's up? You still seeing someone? Why do you ask? Because I'm. Well, okay, I just feel like that was a kind of an insensitive joke. Like, I don't think he meant it that bad, but like he accidentally like made a bad joke. I just think he didn't think it out. Cause that one right there, pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. That's low key crazy. Let's see what his reaction is to that.
Panda Ninja, okay, what's up? You still seeing someone? Why do you ask? Because I'm trying to F your life up some more. What? That
Wow, he ain't even have a reaction. He just read it. I had a reaction. I feel like that's pretty crazy, you know. But it, because I'm trying to F up your life up some more. What? That was a joke, jeez. Well, I was just asking. Never heard you curse before. That's why it threw me off.
was just a joke, jeez. I was just.
Like, it was funny. Like, it was cute. As if the pain you caused the first time wasn't real. The confusion, the trauma, the effing aftermath, all just a joke now that you were bored again.
Real, the confusion.
My gosh, I keep unpausing. My chest locked up. I wasn't even surprised, just furious. You still had the audacity to crawl back like you were welcome. Like I had to let you ruin me again for your own entertainment. Okay. You didn't come back to make things right. You came back to because you effing with me made you feel powerful. It made your ego bigger. It made you a worse person because you knew I used to let you in. My fault. I gotta post this in the Telegram. My fault. Ooh. Interesting. It's a TikTok sound. Where is that from? Wait, nobody had that before. Alright, let me send this here. Oh shoot, it's gonna show my files. When I'm gonna see my files. Oh, it showed up on the second monitor. We're good. Okay, back to the video. I'm not editing this. Oh my god. Yeah, listen to it, bro. Alright, oh my god. Let me tell this dude what I'm doing. Yo, he instantly went quiet. You good, bro? Hey, bear. Oh. Okay, back to the video. Someone just got fired, but, um, let me go read this. You didn't come back to make things right. You came back because effing with me made you feel powerful. Because you know how I used to let you in. Because you counted on the damage you did to me to keep me soft. Because you thought I'd let you crack me. Pause. Okay, she didn't even say crack, but I did. Oh! Seems like she screenshotted this one and then went into her photo library and searched Corey. Interesting. Because I wanted you. Wanted me how? Like how I've had you. Like in a relationship type of way or something? Like someone else. That's kinda messed up. I wasn't a toy. I know that. I wasn't just about to message you after a year and ask you to be my girlfriend. Like, what you talking about? Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. Okay. But I guess I was just a good F for you. When you said relationship, I thought you meant I was gonna ask you out. Nah. I mean you were, but that's not all. That's that's not all you were. Anyway, you're with someone. That's how it felt at the time. Even if I wasn't, I wouldn't let I wouldn't have let you again. Man, can these two please get some like Grammarly, please? Like I'm struggling over here, bro. That's how it felt at the time. Even if I wasn't, I wouldn't have let you again. And when I did that with you is something I just don't do with anyone. You wouldn't let me hit that button again? What you talking about? You wanna let me do that again? No, I wouldn't. I'm glad. I'm the same. I don't F anyone. Double bummer. The difference between you and I is that I don't do it with just anyone. I'm not saying that for you to feel bad or whatever, but for you to understand. I know. You told me that. I didn't know I just got lumped into the category with the person that did that. Because I was being used for that. I guess that time when you told me how you felt was real too? Was not real too? Wait, do you hear yourself? You knew I'd survived SA. You know how hard it was to feel safe in my own body. And you used that as leverage. Just to remind me how far you've gotten. Throw it in my face like should be flattered. That big old me. You didn't want me, you wanted access. The version of me who froze when things felt wrong. Who kept forgiving you because I thought love was supposed to hurt. When I felt pushed back, you got defensive. I don't know why I'm lumped to that category. F you! You put yourself there. You crossed lines you had no right to, and you knew exactly what yourself was doing. Then you try to backpedal. Like everything could be undone if you called it a simple little mistake. But it wasn't a little oopsie doopsie. It was you being you, you evil shogun. Oh, Okay, so is this true though? Because why would he say backpedal in a message, and then she says you tried to backpedal? Who declares they're backpedaling in a situation? I don't know. I mean, Corey's a pretty smart dude. Maybe he does that, but you were never used for. Oh, I was doing her voice. You were never used for the freaky deaky. I need to make sure you understand that I loved you. Like I said, I didn't have nothing to get. Oh, he cussing? Oh, Corey Kenshin, you got a whole different controversy coming to you, boy. He cussing. He said the S word, the F word. He being a little naughty right now. You love me? How is that possible? Cause he was with you. Okay, that was pretty stupid. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty stupid. What happened to my camera? Why is it up there like that? What happened? Okay, do you see? Y'all saw the autofocus there? I got a good little camera on me. It's 2K, not 4K. Thank you. Um, you love me? How is that possible? All this reading, bro. I don't even know why I try to make myself do this. Then you had the nerve to say I loved you back then? Just didn't have my stuff together? Really? You had the money, the platform, the fans, the house, the car, everything. You had every tool to be a decent human being, and you still chose to be careless with someone you claimed to love. I didn't have nothing together either, but I still showed up with heart, with honesty, with care. I never used my chaos as an excuse to mind F someone else. Okay, honestly, just saying, she could genuinely be a victim, but why is she like not? Cause like, I've been in like in the relationship I was with in sixth grade. Like, I did bad, but like I had my problems too. Like, I did give my all, and I that was probably the best relationship like I've did. Like how I acted, I felt like that was probably my best one. But the issue was like I was too clingy. Um, I cared too much. Like I was like a Life 360 y'all dude. Like I would try to get a Life 360. That was a joke. But like I was just a little too over the top, too clingy. Um, like I wouldn't say I would have done all the stuff she said there, like manipulation, all that. But like I had my issues. Like I would have like if I'm making a video, I would have been saying like stuff I did a little wrong in it. Like cause like I know she's talking about this, but like there's no way some of this stuff he's just like saying out of the blue. Like I feel like can I'm gonna look that up right now. Interesting. I find that pretty interesting. Not saying she did that, but like it's just out there, Like she could. But I guess empathy doesn't hit the same when the mirror's not pointing at you. Because if someone can say I loved you after they've already destroyed you, what the F does love even mean? How is she cussing? Like why when I cuss on TikTok I get a community guidelines. But
I
like
loved you.
when she's cussing it's just willy nilly. And if anyone is reading it, of course somebody reading this. What is that? Like who is gonna say that stupid mess? Like, do you get what I mean by that? Like, who is gonna be like? And if anyone's reading this, you just made two story parts, and you said for people to pop in the second one. Like, why wouldn't somebody read this? Am I dumb? Like, what do you mean? And if somebody's reading this, of course we reading it. You're trying to say the truth about and she doing all that. Like, come on, bro. Like, I don't trust this girl, and that's weird. That's pretty weird to say if anyone is reading this. Like, it just seems like you're trying to act like the victim here. Like, maybe she did some. Like when Corey comes out, word for word, I'm saying right now, I might be wrong, but I feel like he's gonna say that like she's changing some stuff or either lied about it. Cause like this is weird.
yourself something, how would
Oh, why am I doing? Wait.
you feel? Would you keep making up even me? And if anyone else is reading this, I want you to really ask yourself something. How would you feel? Would you keep making excuses for him? Would you still tell yourself it wasn't that bad? Because I did for a long time. I held in everything while they held him up. What makes it worse is how many people still praise you, how many don't know who you really are, how many build their platforms just by orbiting yours. And while all of that was happening, something else started happening to me. Now, I guess again, the good part where I can interject. I'm not really a huge fan of coreyxkenshin. I don't think he's a bad guy by any means, and I don't think he's like an amazing guy. I've seen some of his funny clips. I think he's pretty comedic. He's pretty funny. But again, like I'm not like a huge fan, so I don't really gain anything by defending this guy, right? Like he's not someone that I like tune into every day, all day. And I'm like, oh my god, my favorite YouTuber. I must defend him. Like this is just a dude, a content creator to me, that I'm just covering his allegations, right? What would you do if the nurse called your name and the moment you sat down, the world stopped making sense? TNBC stage 3A, aggressive. Now I actually googled this.
Thank you.
TNBC stage 3 means triple negative breast cancer.
What is that gonna do with Corey? That's just like I like that. I feel bad. Like nobody wants cancer, and like that sucks. Like that really does suck that she got cancer in that area or at all. Like that's pretty sad. But like, what does that have to do with Corey at all? But like, maybe I have to let the video keep playing, cause like, what does him having a bad relationship with you equate to breast cancer?
Stage 3 means the cancer has spread to nearby lymph nodes, but not to distant parts of the body. It's characterized by the absence of estrogen receptors, progesterone receptors, and HER2 receptors of the cancer cells. Stage 3A TNBC is considered locally advanced, meaning it has spread beyond the breast, but not to distant organs, right? So this girl had breast cancer, essentially. You're staring at the doctor's mouth, but the sound's already gone. No tears, just shock, like your soul stepped out of your body and left you alone to hold the news. Heart slamming against your ribs, tunnel vision, thoughts collapsing under words like chemo, mastectomy, radiation, and outside the pandemic makes sure no one there is to catch you. So I'm guessing this was like around 2020-ish, right? You're isolated, terrified, too stunned to tell more than a handful of people.
4 years is a long time to hold in something like that. But it's also just relationship troubles. I don't know.
Because you barely believe it yourself, you walk out knowing your life just shattered, yet somehow you still have to keep walking. I reached out to people, not for comfort, but for closure, because when you've survived trauma like mine and you're forced to face the possibility that your story could end early, you do what feels right for your soul, whether anyone else understands or not. So I reached out to you. I didn't reach out because I was weak. I did it because my time was up. I wasn't taking your unfinished damage with me. And what did you say? That was the most passive.
What she mean? Read that again. I read it. It's on my screen. Am I wrong? It's on my screen. I read it. I mean, why didn't she show the message? I just thought about that. Why didn't she show the message of her saying even like maybe there was some confidential stuff in it, but like why is she not showing what she said? Like she could have been saying the worst thing ever. Like, "Hey, you freaking idiot. I have cancer now. You stupid little idiot, Shogun, fake stupid idiot." Like what if she said that? We don't know. It's just this. Like I don't know.
Aggressive cancer reveal ever. LOL. That's what Corey said. That wasn't just cold, it was freaking cruel. It hit harder than the diagnosis itself. If that kind of cruelty comes easily, were they ever human after all? I lived, and when I came out to the other side, I wasn't alone. I was held by people who loved me with no agenda. That's what healing looks like. That's what love actually is. That was the moment I realized who you really were. That was the moment. You knew my freaking story. You knew I had already been through hell. You watched your own mother go through it. You saw what it did to your own family. You felt what that word means, the fear, the fight, the way it rips everything apart. And you said it anyway, so what the F was your excuse? No questions, no compassion, just a joke. Because anyone who can witness your pain and feel absolutely nothing was never someone with a soul to begin with, heartless. Even after I cut the cord, I
Yo, I'm back. Why you feeling so heartless? Yo, that could be so cold, no better that be so. I'm sorry. Let me mute again.
couldn't breathe because you weren't just a person I left behind. You were a name the internet wouldn't let me forget. You were still everyone's favorite post, and no one knew what it cost me. Your fans kept showing up in my DMs, acting like they had insight, but they didn't know a damn thing. And And of course, there was In. She found me through your Xbox friends list, checked my profile, saw my IG in the bio, followed me, but I didn't know that yet. Just another gamer sliding in, nothing strange at first. Then one day she posted you in her IG stories, and something in me paused. Part 3 comes next. Now she's really
Yeah, that's weird. Like, what do you mean part three? And she left us on a cliffhanger. Like, is that just me? Like, that's freaking weird. Who just leaves things on a, like, especially a important, like, now, like, this is the thing. She's now, like, throwing heavy things into the situation, like breast cancer. His reaction was bad, but, like, that's not something to do with, like, I mean, it kind of is. It kind of is, okay. But I don't know. You're throwing all these words, you're putting hashtags on your video, you do the trend, and then now you're leaving us on a cliffhanger. You're throwing heavy words into the situation. Is that not weird? I feel like it's kind of weird. Let's continue because it's about to hit an hour. That's kind of crazy.
hyping this up like, we're getting to the end game, the Avengers level of In, whoever In is, this mysterious In character. We're already 20 minutes into this video. What do we think, ladies and gentlemen? What are we thinking so far? So far, Corey Kenshin has a bit of a manipulative personality, right? He's managed to sneak his way into this woman's pants, right? Apparently they weren't dating. She says they were. He didn't think they were. She's now saying that he's, an abuser and whatnot. Again, we haven't gotten to any type of physical, claims like that. She's not accusing him of SA, but she put him in the same category as someone who SA'd her in the past. And he also made a joke when she said that she had breast cancer. So again, he's not quite, he's not up there with Diddy. He's not up there, or allegedly like Diddy. He's not up there with Epstein. He hasn't gotten to that tier. But according to this woman, he is a pretty bad guy because of doing these things. Yeah, I don't really have a full opinion yet. Personally, I don't think he's the worst guy alive, right, for some of this stuff. All right, so I made it to part 3, 16 hours ago. The truth about your favorite YouTuber. If you read to the end, you understand the full truth. I didn't write this for attention. I wrote it so I could finally let it go. Thank you to the people who read this with care. Again, same content warning from before. Part 3, they were watching me too. So I asked, oh, you're a fan of Corey? She said, yeah. I said, I'm warning from before. Part 3, they were watching me too. So I asked, oh, you're a fan of Corey? She said, yeah. I said, I'm not. She followed me up with why. It came off like a curious question, like maybe she knew more than she was letting on, but I wasn't about to assume, so I kept it short. We dated, it didn't work out. I didn't realize how she even found me until later. After that post in our conversation, something felt off. So I did some digging and saw she was following you on Xbox. That's when it clicked. She must have found me through Xbox. I don't know how many others she did that with. At the time, she hadn't done anything weird. She seemed nice, just another follower showing support. We had light conversations, nothing alarming. She liked some posts, messaged here and there. And when you're a creator, that kind of thing happens all the time, so I didn't overthink it, but the vibe was off. Like she was watching more than connecting. I didn't have proof, just a gut feeling, and I should have listened. And the anonymous account showed up. They started calling her out directly. At first, the way they worded it made it sound like I was part of the problem too, but that wasn't the case. I messaged them directly to clear it up. They listened. They removed the part about me. That's when they clarified they weren't trying to come for me. They were trying to warn me, and they were calling In out. They didn't have my full story, but they knew enough to see that you weren't good to me, and somehow In knew too before she even interacted with me. That's when things started to click, because this wasn't new behavior. In had done this before. Turns out she had a reputation in your space. I didn't know that then. I was still assuming someone, especially you, might step in and shut the chaos down. Then the account eventually explained their full intent. They wanted the truth out about you, mostly, but also about In, for the cruel, manipulative crap she was.
Yo, oh my god, my mic. Okay, can someone tell me who In is? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm watching this, but I don't realize who In is, cause I know she said someone texted her on Xbox. I mean, someone found. I mean, someone was already following Corey, and then went through his friends list, found her, somehow just knew that that was his old previous girlfriend or something, and then hit her on the Insta and talked to her, and then where did In come from? I'm kind of confused. They said an anonymous account, but what is okay? I ain't trying to make sense of this. I'm not gonna lie.
Doing in your community, inserting herself into the lives of the women you were connected to, digging, meddling, then twisting things. In messaged you directly, tried to paint her own version of the story, one where I was the problem, and you were aware of what was happening. But you never asked me what was going on, never checked in, never even questioned why your name was suddenly tangled in quiet drama. You just watched it unfold like it had nothing to do with you, and not long after that, one of your close friends, Brandon, someone who had never acknowledged me, suddenly started watching my IG stories like clockwork, like he was assigned, like you were waiting to see if I'd finally speak. Bang Bang Brandon over here is watching her stories. Um, No apology, no courage, just surveillance. And although I hate drama and this was never something I wanted to be a part of, especially when I was minding my own dang business, it started to feel like a sign, a push I didn't ask for, but maybe needed. And looking back, I'm grateful. Because of that, I met the others, the other women who hurt. One by one, I got introduced to more of them, women with stories, women with messages they never sent, women who saw the same patterns. So, who knows? We might get that Google Doc, ladies and gents, that Corey Kenshin Google Doc of apparently all these women with stories, women with messages they never sent. The same affection when it benefited you, the same withdrawal when emotions got real, blame always shifted onto another person. For the first time in a long time, the weight I'd been dragging alone didn't feel so heavy anymore. We weren't alone, and we weren't broken, just convinced we were. They stayed quiet just like I did, because they didn't think their voice would matter, because it's easier to carry the pain than to explain it. But pain doesn't need permission to be real. Maybe I was meant to be the one to speak until they're ready to. They are not alone, because everyone deserves that moment, the one where it's safe to exhale, to feel seen, to be heard, to remember they're real. This is my story to tell, and theirs to protect, until they're ready. Why speak now, as if timing ever made truth more comfortable? Because I was tired of living like your name held more weight than my voice. Tired of wondering if speaking would get me heard or destroyed. Afraid that the second I said your name, people would stop seeing me and start labeling. Then the world would care more about protecting your reputation than hearing what you did, while everything I am, everything I built, risked being overshadowed by you. Some people told me to stay quiet, thinking it would protect me, but that kind of protection still hurt, because it made me feel like the world wasn't ready to hear the truth. And maybe it still isn't. Maybe they'll still side with you, but I'd rather be hated for telling the truth than stay silent to protect your comfort or their denial. This was never about revenge, this is about accountability. You wore kindness in public and cruelty in private, and silence helped you get away with both. I'm done swallowing my story so you can keep your fake reputation intact. Why didn't I leave? Because F, I was human, because I wanted to believe he wasn't as cold as he acted, because part of me thought love meant fighting through the worst. People love to ask, why don't you just leave?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't care about this part because, like, the why didn't I leave thing, that's self explainable. I don't know why she said that, like, somebody would be questioning that. Every single person is literally a saying, blinded by love. We're just blinded by love. You don't see the issues until you're out of it. So, like, I don't know why she's saying that, like, we wouldn't know. Like, oh. Then again, there are some idiots that would ask that. So maybe that was a good thing to say, but for me, I don't know.
Like they never clung to the wrong person out of hope. Like they've never swallowed their own voice just to keep the peace. Never fully choose was worth, because I didn't know how much damage had been done. Because when you're constantly made to feel like you're the issue, you start believing pain is what you deserve. But I'm not that girl anymore. Even soft girls snap when they've had enough, and I freaking had enough. And behind all of that, life was freaking heavy. I was dragging pain nobody could see, trying to survive crap I couldn't name. Let's get one thing, even if it makes you sick. He hurt people, he manipulated
Do you see how many words she got on here? Like, why couldn't she just do that with the other ones, bro? Like, she would put 2 words on a slide deck and then make a new one. Like, why is she making the ones with 3 on it, and then make it to where it's like, this one already, this, okay. If you don't get what I'm saying, because I'm already losing the plot of what I was talking about, why is there so much words on this one in particular, but she wouldn't do that to make the parts smaller? Because if you're trying to make parts out, like, people do that with YouTube videos, like long form videos, they'll make it to where it's in parts, like small bite content, shorts, and those videos get views, so they get popular. You get what I'm saying? Why is she doing that here? She's taking a big story and then putting it in parts for no reason. She could have made this one a slideshow, one and 2 a PDF, 3, or she could have just made it to where she could put all the words in one thing, but it's readable, and then it wouldn't have to be 3 parts. But
hard and walk away clean every time. I'm not the first and I won't be the last unless someone finally says something. I didn't speak up for years, not because I had nothing to say, but because I knew how this world treats women who speak against men with status. We're talking about a dude who is a bit of a fuckboy. We're not talking about a guy who, pours baby oil on people and, like, takes advantage of them. This is a guy who is a fuckboy. That's all I'm hearing, right? That's my opinion. Again, she's allowed to have hers, but I think that, if your opinion
excuse me, mom, what I'm about to type here. Oh. What happened? What the? Okay.
pretty dangerous claims about people, and at the same time you're trying to pretend like you're not making these types of dangerous claims, there's a bit of an issue. I knew I'd be labeled bitter, jealous, unstable. I knew his fans would tear me down before they ever tried to understand me. Now, I don't think I would label her bitter, jealous, or unstable. I would just say that a lot of this comes across as just very dramatic. A lot of it is just very dramatic. A lot of it is very exaggerated. Again, I don't think what he's done to this chick is like the best thing ever, but he's definitely not the worst person ever.
And that's what I was trying to say. Like, it's kind of like this is like mid tier bad relationship struggles. Like, it just didn't work. And like, she's throwing it out of proportion. Like, this dude is like the most evil guy in the world. Like, he makes video game content, he makes people laugh. Nobody's caring about what his dating life is like. Like, I get how some people are weird with it, and if they find out somebody's like, I guess, a little odd or something, ew, I can't watch them. If they're in a movie, no, I don't want to see them. Oh my god, bro. Someone was asking about coreyxkenshin. That's so freaking funny. I was making a reaction bit right now to that. Alright, back to the video. I forgot what I was saying. So, we're gonna keep going.
Right. He was caring. He may have ghosted her a few times. Obviously, that's not good. But by far, there's not a lot of like all this other stuff she's saying related to this drama. Because I knew people would stop seeing me and only see who I was connected to. You don't know me, but you don't know him either. You know the version he shows you, the one you want to believe. Again, perfect reason why I'm covering this, because I don't know anything about this guy. I'm just reading this interaction. You weren't there, I was. So if you want to excuse him, go ahead, but own what you're defending, because now you're part of it. You're not defending a good man, you're defending a mask. You can side with him, just don't act surprised when more stories surface. You've been warned. Now, if more stories surface and it comes out that coreyxkenshin is like this horrible like guy who like takes advantage of chicks, you know, without their consent and things like that, of course, I'm not going to defend that. I'm also not really
This is the thing I'm trying to understand, bro. Like, if you looking at like this problem, it's just a normal relationship struggle. Like, I don't understand that. It's just like me saying like, hey, my girlfriend I had in the past, she should get the belt because she treated me bad. No, she treated me bad, bro. Like, I learned from that experience. I know to not look for somebody with them same struggles or same looks, same attitude, same like how that person acts. I'm just like what is it called when you get hit down and then you get back up stronger? That's what I just did. That like I got hit down. I was sad for a little bit. Then I got up. Like, look at me right now. I'm so freaking happy. I'm so happy. But like, I don't know. It's just a normal relationship struggle. She's just throwing it out of proportions, like he said and me said at the start of the video. So, I don't know. Back to what I was saying.
defending this. I just don't think that this is much of anything. This is a very, 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 very long thread of this chick just kind of being upset about a bad relationship and some really bad jokes, right? He made a bad joke about her having breast cancer. Not a good guy. Hot take, not a good situation.
I swear I didn't pre-watch this. I swear I didn't pre-watch this at all. I didn't watch this video before and act like I had these thoughts. Like, I literally just, that was my thoughts on this. Like, I felt like it was just thrown out of proportions and it was like a normal relationship thing. But this dude's on my wavelength.
Right? He didn't hurt just me, he hurt many. Your loyalty to him doesn't make you brave, it makes you blind. To the girls still watching him with hearts in your eyes, thinking you'd be the exception because you're different, prettier, more understanding, more his type, he won't be. He doesn't need a better woman, he needs to be a better man, and he won't. You could be stunning, soft, loyal, everything he claims he wants, and still it won't stop what's coming. Because he doesn't just hurt people, he mentally chips away at them. He makes you question your worth, your memory, your tone, your reactions. That's not just bad communications, that's emotional and mental abuse. Now ask yourself this: would he stay if things got real, messy, vulnerable, human? Would he show up when there's nothing in it for him? Would he make you feel safe or just make sure he feels comfortable? Would he be there if your life fell apart tomorrow? You don't have to wait for proof, the red flag already there. If you love yourself, leave now, before you lose pieces of your mind, your heart, and your identity, trying to decode a man who was never meant to be held. Because no version of yourself, not the strongest, most beautiful, or most forgiving, can fix a man who's addicted to power over your soul. Find someone who doesn't destroy the people who love him. To those who looked up to him, I know your experience may have been different. Some of you found comfort in his content, maybe even hope when you needed it most, and I won't take that from you, but the truth I've shared here is mine. It may be hard to read, it was even harder to live through and write about. If this changes how you see him, I'm sorry for what that takes from you. Doesn't really change anything about me. All I know is this guy is a fuckboy. But I couldn't keep swallowing my pain just to protect the version of him the world wanted to believe in. I knew not everyone will be ready to hear this. Some will deny it, some will defend him, some will twist it into something it's not, because facing the truth is harder than holding on to the version they were shown. People will say what they want, they always do. I didn't write this for them, I wrote it because I was there and they weren't, and that's the only difference that matters. No extra words, no permission, no apology, just truth, ladies and gentlemen. She has spoken her truth. Again, this is Panda Ninja X.
That is cap. She using. Oh my god. That is. There's so much extra words here. Like she could have. She could have honestly put this into AI. Hey, can you summarize this paragraph for me? And then it wouldn't have been so much words in there. Like I feel like she elongated this into like 3 different parts for no reason for views.
X official over on TikTok. Go ahead and search up coreyxkenshin on Twitter if you made it this far. Look at the results. Again, you will think that this man just, did a mass tragedy. You will think that this man just committed some sort of illegal act, some sort of illegal monstrosity among mankind. He hasn't. He was a fuckboy. He messed around with this girl, and he ghosted her, and he came back when he wanted to mess around again. And he probably ghosted her again, and he does that a lot. It seems like he does that with a lot of women. Again, if they come out and they have some pretty horrific stories, my tune might change. But for now, I'm playing that little ditty. That was a bad choice of words. I am playing that little tune of, I just think the dude is a F-boy, and I think that the way he treats women isn't the best, but I definitely do not think he's some horrific monster who deserves to be canceled. I think he has an amazing career. He makes good content, funny videos, and if he continues to do that, I feel like this is just going to be forgotten in like a week. If people care enough and he ends up coming out with like a statement, it's going to put himself in deeper water, because when you basically come out with a statement about something like this, you're kind of admitting fault, and if he comes out and says sorry or something, then he's basically admitting to all of the things she's accusing him of. Reminder: emotional, mental abuse, manipulation, narcissism, love bombing, gaslighting, illness-related trauma, emotional abandonment, power imbalance, status-fueled cruelty. So if he comes out with an apology, he's basically admitting to all of that stuff. If he comes out just saying like, I don't agree with that chick and she's, being dramatic, that can be his statement, right? It's not really for me to decide, but I do want to know what you guys think about it. But we're not done yet. Now, she posted another video 16 hours ago. The full story is already written in 3 parts on my page. It's there for anyone who actually wants to understand. Please read until the end. And this one is him making...
Do y'all see what I mean? The full story is already written in 3 parts. Like, you're just trying to get views. Like, it's trying to get more out there. Like, hashtag healing in progress. Soft girl snap. Moving forward. Hashtag coreyxkenshin. I don't know, bro. Like, this is just weird.
a bit of a super edgy, inappropriate joke. It's hard to tell the way she reacted to it. It's hard to tell what kind of relationship they had, what kind of humor they got away with. You guys know that you all have a group of friends that you can say certain jokes to, and you have another group of friends you can't say those same jokes to. You have family members of the same type. You maybe have coworkers the same.
And then there again, that's what I was trying to say, bro. Like you can be in a relationship with somebody, some jokes can slide, and y'all will both be like, hee hee hee, ha ha, we be getting them draws. And then y'all both living happily ever after. And then there's like that one person you meet, and then you say a joke.
What did you say, dude? That joke is insensitive and not funny. I don't like that.
And then there's those type of people you run into. We don't know how they are or how she is. Then, like, she's saying now, like, those jokes are weird because she's making the videos. Then, what if she just thought that stuff was funny? So, I don't know. She could be switching up.
Same way, right? Of course, if you have a girlfriend, a partner, you probably make jokes with them you wouldn't make with other people. Again, we're just going to watch this. POV, you didn't know this was one of the videos you look back on and realize he never cared. He just wanted to see how long you'd let him hurt you.
I'm still on. And still on.
Then I woke up again, and it was awful.
Did you watch me sleep?
Hmm?
Did you watch me sleep?
Yeah, I actually did something to you while you were asleep too.
What?
I'm sorry. I just got this.
See? And then there we go. This is obviously a joke employed. I mean, deployed. She starts off the thing, did you watch me while I was asleep? Obviously having a laughing demeanor. Let's look at this again.
Yeah. Then I woke up again, and it was awful.
Did you watch me sleep?
Hmm?
Did you watch me sleep?
Look at that. Smiling. Big old smile on her face. All 39 teeth. Just all for us to see. And she asked the question to Corey. And Corey, in his mind, right here, in his little noggin, he was like, hey, the joke that would be funny, returning to my girlfriend that I know wouldn't get offended by this, is that. And I wouldn't say that type of joke, but they probably would. And that's what I'm trying to say. Because look at her face.
Yeah,
look at her
I
face.
actually did something to you while you were asleep too.
What?
I'm sorry. I just got this to do. I didn't hurt you. You're good, right?
What'd you do, Corey?
Don't worry about it.
Corey?
Look, it's teasing. It's teasing. She's smiling. She's smiling. Like,
Corey, what did you do?
and look. Like, there's no, like, body language that is saying that, like, she's uncomfortable. He moved away from her. She didn't even move at all. She didn't have a change in heart or nothing. She was laughing from the start. She's laughing then. And they're teasing right now. Like, and then plus that, he's seen that she was recording because she had her whole hand out like this. And then asked him the question. You get what I'm saying? And then look at Corey.
Look, you came around my face. I didn't do anything.
See, laughing. They were teasing, and then that was the in factor, was the laughing. Like, they weren't laughing the full time, but there could be things when you think something's funny, but you don't full on laugh to it. You say, oh, that's funny in your head, and you can keep your face fully straight. Like, I've done that all the time. I'll scroll IG Reels. That's funny. That's funny. Like, you saw how my face was straight right there? I thought someone was funny. I didn't make a face. So that could be her right there. Like, she could have thought that joke was funny. It's just she didn't make a face or nothing. She was just smiling because of her previous actions of her face. You come to me?
He did something, and I'm gonna find out.
So again,
Smiling, teasing, smiling, teasing.
they both seem to be in a giggly mood. He could possibly just maybe making an edgy joke. They both know it's an edgy joke. I wasn't in that
I didn't pre-watch. This is my own opinion, bro. I swear.
room. I wasn't, sitting there with the camera watching. I can't say that coreyxkenshin actually did something. This is a video going around. People are accusing coreyxkenshin of also essaying her, possibly taking advantage of her because he made this possible joke. Again, if it's a joke, she laughed, he laughed. Nobody really got touched in their sleep. I don't know. I don't care, right? If he did do something to her in her sleep, highly inappropriate.
On the next episode of
Dragon Ball Z, where you going with this?
Like, if she clearly felt uncomfortable, she would have body language moving away from him a little bit. Because, like, even with, like, I've noticed this if I'm, like, talking to a girl. Like, if I make them, because I'm a horrible rizzler, so they'll move away from me sometimes. Like, I'll make a bad joke, and, like, I'll see them, like, slowly move away, or, like, they'll make, like, small talk, but in a way to end the conversation. Look at her at the end right here.
That's
Look, you came around my
Look, close to him, laughing, happy, wasn't moving away from him, looking at him to observe that he's laughing. Like, what can I say, bro? Like, I just feel like they were having a laughy thing. They thought it was funny at the time. And then I think she was like, oh yeah, this joke right here. Like, I feel like I could take this out of context and make it seem like it's weird to other people that don't know about how our jokes are in our relationship.
probably just make her watch. I don't care. Now, her most recent post was about 2 hours ago, saying the timing wasn't about.
The timing wasn't about views or his career. It was about when I finally had the strength to speak it. This wasn't easy for me. This wasn't for strangers to validate me. Then why say it out loud? You could go to a therapist and talk about this. Like, it's to validate. this was for my peace. What peace do you get from doing this on the internet? She literally said she could get backlash. You would get more, like, annoyingness if you went out about this. Cause say if, like, us Corey fans, yes, me and you, were, like, really just rude and was like, hey, we don't care about you, stupid. We don't care about your little story. We know it's for views. That would bring her more issues. It would be people going into her DMs and doing that. What peace does that give? Like, peace is going to a therapist maybe and, like, talking things out and saying what the thing was. Like,
Users.
for my piece, I have more messages, more pictures. I have more than enough, but I don't owe anyone my pain to be believed. If you read this letter, it's everybody knows it's not a letter, buddy. You'd understand that I don't care about anything you have. I don't give a F about it.
You can understand I don't care about anything he has. I don't give a F about it. If I did, I would have cared when we were dating. I would have clung to it. I would have used it to boost myself, but I didn't. I stayed quiet. I walked away because I never wanted what he had. I just wanted to heal. And to the people defending this like it's normal, it's not. It's never been okay. He can say whatever he wants now, but that doesn't erase what he did.
Dude, everybody does that. Like, when people, like, not like, I've done that in the past, I'm not gonna lie. And it was, like, a big regret. Like, I was just, immature. I thought I knew what I was doing. I didn't when I went into the relationship. I didn't know what I was doing. And, I, like, hurt someone that I really did like. And, like, I just feel like you learn from them experiences. It's different for her because she went through, like, kid trauma. But, like, I just feel like it's like a normal thing for, like, some people that are immature to do that. If that makes sense.
To me or to other people. This could have been your mom, your sister, your aunt, your cousin, your friend.
I don't even know why that cares, why that matters.
Someone you care about, you don't see it because it didn't happen to you. And she included a picture of them in New York, and there's like this picture of them kissing at like the photo booth. And
I am finally free. Like, what are you talking about?
then there's a picture of them kissing right here. She said, I am finally free. And that is
They have been out of a relationship for 4 years. What do you mean I'm free? What do you mean I'm free now? You've been out free for 4 years.
the Corey.
5 years. Oh my god, my math.
2 hours ago, which would be midnight on July 14th. If there's an update.
Oh, she was up at the AM.
I want to know what you guys think. Are you gonna be watching coreyxkenshin, or do you guys think this is like the
Thank you, my man. I'ma shout him again, cause really, I didn't feel like doing this. Cam Nuggets, he compiled this together, talked about it. So good for him. Good for him. Thank him for doing that, so you could get my reaction on it. But me personally, I already said my thoughts about it like this whole time throughout the same video. Like you could tell it's the same thought. She's just trying to get views. I'm not gonna lie. She's just trying to get views. And if like she really did have like horrible issues, I feel bad, but that should feel like normal relationship struggles to me.
the big monster of the internet right now, the boogeyman under the bed, the other women apparently that have also been taken advantage of by coreyxkenshin? Want to hear more? Because all I saw was a very, 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 very lengthy.
Let's see if he made another video. Okay, no, he didn't. I'll subscribe to him. But yeah. And that's what I had to say for today. I don't feel like Corey's like we can get that maybe he's like a bad relationship type of person, but like he didn't beat her. Like he didn't stupid little girl. Like he didn't beat her. He didn't
She's sweet. She don't even know. She don't know what's coming to her.
like none of that happened. None of that happened. Like it was just literal immaturity. Like he said, it was just a little immature on Corey's part. That's how I feel. Thank you. I love y'all. good day, good night whenever somebody sees this. See y'all next time.